Welcome and welcome back to my channel Boomsy Beauty. My name is Juliana and welcome to another swatch party. So today I'm going to be swatching the new Infinity palette collection by Playing in Makeup by Yolondo. Well, PINB for short, as I will continue to say that in this video. So she came out with 13 or 14 of this palette. So it is a £5 palette with different shades. Each of the palettes have different shades in them, different combination, different textures as well. There's one that is an all matte palette, but this is what the palettes look like and this is what the packaging looks like. So each of the palettes have a name behind. So it's hashtag, this one is hashtag expression, and it would equally have packaging like that. So all the packagings are the same, so they pretty much polish and they've got the name of the palette in front of it. So that's what we're going to be swatching, each one of them. I'm going to be swatching 9 of the palettes, which are the 9 palettes I have right now. I do have 4 I think on the way, which I will swatch as soon as I receive them, but for now we're going to be swatching 9 of the palettes. So if you watch my Black Friday haul, I had 4 then and I did show you the 4, and I said I ordered another 4, but when it was delivered, they delivered 5 to me but only took payment for 4. So I have contacted them. I have not heard back from them. I don't know why I have 5 instead of 4, but anyway, I'll wait and let them get back to me. So each of the palettes retails for, on the average, I think is $18 or $19. I'll put the correct price in them on the screen, but one of them, which is the all matte palette, is about $15. So that's like cheaper than the rest of them, but pretty much they are all about $18 or $19. Some of the palettes have 2 shimmers, some only have 1, so it just depends on the color story and the texture. They are all kind of mixed, as you will see when I swatch them. So the first one I'm going to be swatching is this one called Expression, and this is what Expression looks like. Absolutely yummy. So my swatches is going to be from this one, and it will be swatched along that way. So the first one is a matte, building that up, and then the next one is a shimmer, and then the next shade is a matte, so a darker shade of green. Don't be fooled, these palettes are pigmented. I mean, look at that one I've just swatched. Look at my finger, still there. And then the next one is a shimmer, which is a duochrome, multichrome, I don't know, but it's some sort of chrome. Don't know if you can see the shift. So it's blue, bluish and purple shift, and then finally a matte, a dark matte, which is on my thumb. I'm gonna swatch that upside down, so that is the last shade in the palette. So this is the Expression palette swatched, and it's in the other which I've swatched there. My light might be blinding, so I don't know if you can see. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so that is Expression palette. Okay, moving on to Mixture. Indeed, this is a true mixture. So Mixture has 4 matte and only 1 shimmer in this one. So swatching from the other, which I swatched the previous palettes. So that's a matte, another matte, and another, and then the blue matte, and then finally the shimmer, which is on my thumb. Again, I want to say this is definitely another sort of chrome. Don't know if you can see the shift. I'm seeing blue and purple again, and a little bit of pink on that one. So this is the Mixture palette in order of swatching. Absolutely beautiful. This is definitely one of my favorites out of the 9 I currently have. This is so beautiful. Alright, still in the greens, the next one we're going to be swatching is called Friends. So I think swatching the greens together or similar colors together will kind of help us see the difference between all these palettes. So this is Friends, and this is the inside of Friends, and this is the Friends palette on my finger. So starting with the first shade, it's absolutely gorgeous. That's Mustard, so nice and pigmented. Then we have like a very light chartreuse green shimmer. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at my finger. Wow, just wow. And then a medium tone range green and a dark green. Then finally a kind of, I want to say, whoa, like a cool tone green. And that's it swatched. This is the palette beside my swatches. So this is Friends palette. this is beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites in all of them as well. The tones in this palette, the looks you can create, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous grungy green palette. Absolutely beautiful. And for one, I actually like how the shades are limited, so you don't get too confused in what kind of look to create from this palette. It's absolutely beautiful. Alright, moving on to Upward, which is the last palette that has green in it. So Upward, this is Upward, and these are the swatches of the shades in Upward palette. So the first one is a matte, and another darker green matte. Oh wow, look at that green. That is yummy. Building that up, that look like a forest green. Oh, absolutely beautiful. And then the next shade is a shimmer. Oh wow, that shade, definitely not common. This palette and these shades are very, very pigmented. They do leave a bit of staining sometimes. And then finally the last matte, and then the fifth shade in the palette, which is a shimmer. Oh, that one. That shimmer is absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. I've used it in one of my looks. So beautiful. Honestly, the effect is just, it's like honestly like an alien space kind of look, kind of effect. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just bring that closer. Look at that. And that's it on my thumb. So beautiful. And this one, oh, so yummy. This palette is beautiful. It's definitely another favorite of mine. And that is the Upward palette. A 5-pound palette. I'm just, I don't know what to say, lost for words, honestly. So beautiful this palette are. Alright, the next four are pretty much pink, purple, brownish kind of palette. So I'm going to do the two pink and purple ones first, and then I'll do these ones because they're quite similar together. Alright, let's start with this one. This one is the Royalty palette. Oh, and you aren't saying nothing yet. Just wait till I swatch this. This is Royalty. And these are the swatches on my fingers of Royalty. Absolutely beautiful, honestly. So this again has two shimmers. So starting with the first shade, which is a matte. I'm building that up. The next shade is a shimmer. So a shimmer lilac. Oh, look at that. Absolutely yummy. And then the next one is pink. Building that up. That's also a matte. And then the final matte, I don't even know how to describe this. Is this red? Burgundy? Yeah, building that up. I don't know what that is. It's like a mixture of purple, red, burgundy, and brown. It is absolutely beautiful. Then the final shimmer. Oh my days. Let's just swatch that. Can you see that? Can you see that? That's like extending right there with one swatch, and still look at my thumb. That is beautiful. Oh my days. Wow. I want to say out of the non-green ones, this one is definitely my favorite. Oh, look at that. That is so yummy. And that's the Royalty palette. So if you are a purple lover, run and grab this one. Honestly, run, don't walk. Just run and grab this one. So beautiful. Royalty. Alright, this is the other purple pink palette I was talking about. So this is Yoyo, and it's only got one shimmer, and the shimmer is not even like your smack you in the face kind of shimmer. So that's the shade. But the mattes are just so gorgeous. The mattes are so gorgeous, and we're just going to swatch this. These are the finger swatches of this palette. It is yummy, honestly. Even though it's only got one shimmer and the shimmer is not even sparkly, the mattes in this palette, they sort of just make it worth it for me in this palette. Honestly, they are unusual tones. I'm just gonna swatch it. I hope the staining on my hand doesn't affect the swatches, but that's the first shade, so that's definitely a matte. Another matte, and I'm gonna build that up. And that's the only shimmer in the palette. Another matte, and finally this hot pink matte, which I'm gonna swap upside down. So I'm gonna build on all of the shades again. Okay, I've built the shades up. Looking at this palette, the tones of this purple and pinks are just so beautiful. They are so unique and different, you know, to a typical purple palette. and I see what she's trying to get to there. And that shimmer, it's not your sparkly one, but it is beautiful. The tone of that shimmer is not something I've seen often. That is an absolutely gorgeous palette. So this is Yoyo. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Our matte formula are comparable with Viseart, Blend Bunny, and Plouise. Those 4 brands, their mattes are just so gorgeous and out of this world. If you are looking for beautiful mattes, try any of those 4 brands. Honestly, you will not regret it. They are so lovely, pigmented, easy to blend, buildable, everything. Really, honestly, everything. Okay, on to the neutral ones now. The first one I'm going to be swatching is the Exchange palette, and this is what it looks like. Can you peep that shimmer in the middle? Oh, wait until it's swatched. Alright, these are the finger swatches of the Exchange palettes. Absolutely yummy. So first shade I'm swatching is a matte. I think this is black. And then another matte. So this is a brown matte. That will be so beautiful together. And then the shimmer I was talking about, the out of this world sparkly shimmer. Can you see that? Again, is another chrome. I want to say a multi-chrome because I can see more than 2 shades in this shade, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know what to describe it, and I cannot pinpoint, you know, the exact tones. I can see red, I can see kind of whitish green, and a lot more that I just can't put name to. I really don't know how to describe it. I mean, look at that. So it's like, I don't know, like a universal shimmer. Can you see? Can you see the red? And then it goes golden. It's just beautiful. Just carry on with the swatch. And then this is another matte. This one is actually very close to my skin tone. It's like a brownish orange matte. And then finally this shimmer. My days, I don't even know what shade that is. I mean, it's that one. What can you say? It's like brown red. Absolutely gorgeous. That's it there. Lots of shifts. I don't know what you can see on my hand, but on my screen I'm just looking at a reddish with gold with pinkish shimmer in it. Absolutely gorgeous. And that is the Exchange palette. What a gorgeous, I don't even want to say neutral palette, but let's just call it neutral. But it's an absolutely beautiful neutral with a twist. So beautiful and yummy. This is definitely right up my alley. So this is the Exchange palette. Alright, another neutral one. This one is called Faith. Which is very appropriate, I want to say, because where you find faith is really in a church or something. Yeah, so definitely this palette is very church friendly. So it's called Faith. These are the finger swatches of the Faith palette, and again it's got 2 shimmers. So one is the sparkly one and one is the less sparkly one. First shade is a matte brown, and then you have your shimmer but not very shimmery one, and then a very light matte brown. Putting that up because it's very close to my skin tone, and then this very sparkly shimmer. Can you see that? This is yummy. It's got like multi-colored sparkle in it. I can see blue, like dots of blue. I can see brown. I can see a little bit of red. It's just beautiful. And that's it. And finally a very light toned matte. So this is like a peachy kind of matte, which kind of fits in with the color story. Absolutely beautiful. Again, if you love your neutrals, this is another one for you. Is the Faith palette. Okay, beautiful. This shimmer is just beautiful. I think the way she's done the palette, in some of them the matte might not be so much, you know, to your absolute taste, but the shimmers in them, like this one, that sparkly shimmer, I just want to put that all over my lid. So beautiful. So beautiful. Look at that. So beautiful. I still can't get over it. Alright, moving on to the last of the palette, which is your cool tone palette, and this one is called Unexpected. It's part of the palette I have on my eye today. So this is Unexpected, and it's definitely unexpected, that I can tell you. So it's definitely a cool tone palette, but a beautiful cool tone palette. I'm just gonna swatch it. Okay, this is the finger swatches of the Unexpected palette. So first one is a matte. But it's a matte that packs a punch. This is a gray shade and it's matte and it shows up, and you will see when this video is out. Oh my days, honestly, it's a matte, beautifully pigmented, absolutely beautifully pigmented. Next one is a shimmer. I use this in my look as well today. Oh, look at that, absolutely beautiful. It's not entirely silver, it's got a lot of white in it as well, so it's neither silver or white, but it's just yummy. Whatever shade that is, it's just yummy. And then you have another matte. I want to say this one is actually a satin. So building up that gray shade again, this is on my high today as well, absolutely beautiful. And then finally the last matte in the palette, which is a purple one. I have that on my lower lid today, just building that up. And then the last shade in the palette is a shimmer, a soft shimmer. So that's the shimmer. So it's like black, I want to say black and a bit of silver in it, but that is the Unexpected palette. It is gorgeous. So that is the Unexpected palette swatch. It's an absolutely yummy cool tone palette. This is what actually pushed me to try a full cool tone look today. I just could not resist it. I honestly could not resist it. It's absolutely yummy. Alright guys, that's all of the palettes from Pimbi's Infinity collections, all swatched. Absolutely yummy. It's like I don't know what to call it, well, like color bingo. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, the only downside to this palette is the pigmentation of the palette, because once your hand touches any of the colors, whether you've wiped your hand or you not wiped your hand, whatever, it does stain, you know, the white layer, the white background of the palette. But they are absolutely beautiful and pigmented. I've used about 4 of them now. I mean, bearing in mind the other 5 only arrived recently, but the initial 4 I got, I've used all of the 4. They are absolutely beautiful and yummy, honestly. In fact, in all honesty, after using this palette and seeing the ones I just got, I would just say skip the big palettes on our website. Honestly, skip the big palette. They're just a lot of colors, you know, but these ones, they are short and sweet. 5 shades that can take you to different color stories, different looks, just in 5 shades. They are just so beautiful. Trying these ones, you will never be lost for what to create, you know, on your eyes. They are honestly, I wish she had come out with this a long time ago. If she did, I probably would have skipped a few of her palettes. They are gorgeous. The only other thing I do wish is that yummy shimmer is in each and every one of our palettes, because they are just yummy. The ones that have the yummy shimmer on it, they're out of this world. The feel is like a beauty base shimmer, but more sparkly than a beauty base shimmer, lighter than a beauty base shimmer. It's like the best of both worlds, honestly. Those soft shimmers and sparkly shimmers in this palette, they are beautiful, honestly, so beautiful. Those are the palettes I have for now. When the 3 finally comes, I will swatch it along with any other palettes I have from her. But I wanted to put out this swatch party for all those interested in buying one of this palette but don't know which one is absolutely best for them, you know, in terms of color story or what it will look like on their skin tone. So if your skin tone is like mine or similar to mine, then you know what they're going to swatch like. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed my swatches and you've enjoyed hanging out with me. If you have enjoyed the swatches, please like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you.